Jolan true, Centurions, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. Orion Pirates Plus Mod. I am Commodore Tyrek of the carrier RIS Oris, and we may not be in this carrier for very long. Not really sold on the whole pseudo-frigate concept, but we are currently at war with the United Federation of Planets and doing okay. Last time we lost our light dreadnought, which was a bit of a blow to our morale, but we're going to see if we can't persevere and push on. And the first mission for today is, of course, going to be an asteroid base assault, which is not very conducive to surviving in a brand new pseudo-frigate tender. Battle alert, increase the speed. You'll notice we are the beautiful Hawk design, which is one of my favorites so far. In this, unfortunately, we are rather slow in comparison to what we, well, used to be. A maximum speed of something in the neighborhood of 18, I want to say, which is much slower than our maximum speed of 25, which was so very enjoyable. All the light dreadnoughts, I suppose, are similar to that, although they do suffer from reduced firepower, which does put them in the battlecruiser range, but the game will then insist on putting you up against other dreadnoughts. We had dueled against plasma dreadnoughts and heavy dreadnoughts and light dreadnoughts, and, well, we had done pretty well, but when you started stacking up multiple dreadnoughts, we did not do quite so well. So the speed is ready to rock. Let's go in here, make sure that we increase the forward shield defenses somewhat. That way we are ready to defend ourselves. We do, of course, have a fairly decent plasma complement. It's 2 S's and 2 F's, which is not bad. It's just, you know, we then back that up with 3 phaser 1s and 4 phaser 3s. So we have a lot of alpha strike here and no sustain. Worse than even normal. Currently squaring off against the heavy cruiser. We're going to send a probe out his way to try and figure out exactly what it is that we're dealing with. Figure out if we need to be absolutely terrified or totally fine. And the probe has also recognized the starbase. Let's quickly check the map. We are heading to the left side. That way we don't get lost. A single S-type plasma torpedo and 4 C-racks. That's interesting. He'll be able to pump out 8 missiles per turn with that. He'll be able to fire and then a half turn later fire again. We're going to prep a Wild Weasel just in case. I think we may end up wanting to cloak and rely on our pseudo-frigates. They are only interceptors, but they could be enough firepower to kill something. So let's put these guys out into space. All deployed, ready to rock. Are they just... No, we went for the full upgrade. Oh, okay. These are proper battle kill you type with the very big and powerful quad plasma torpedo capability. I think we're going to engage with our S-type plasma torpedoes at maximum range. And fire and cloak. So he has a... I believe this was an S-type plasma torpedo. He won't be able to fire that in our direction. Let's see also if he reacts to this. I think... Yep, there it is. There's the Wild Weasel. Unfortunately, our pseudo-frigates fired early, and, well, he's going to be mostly protected from all that. So steadily circling back on in. We do need to wait for these fighters to take their shots at us, because we don't want to accidentally take hits. Outgoing firepower, and look, our pseudo-frigates can cloak? What? Wow, that's actually really impressive for what they can do. Decloak, hi. We're about to hit you with, emergency stop. Oh, we avoided it. Haha, eat that. And we're still mostly ready to engage with our plasma torpedoes. We do have to wait until these missiles hit the target, and then we will be open to fire. Fire everything. Oh, all of our other plasma torpedoes, a nice shot right on through, did a decent amount of damage. Looks like we still haven't quite taken out all his fighters, although most of them. So 6 of 8 is not so bad. And he's turning rapidly towards us. What are you going to do about that? I was anticipating missiles, but apparently not. He's saving them up. I want to shoot anything I've got at you. We kind of want to kill you, if at all possible. Nope, you're going to get home. And, yeah, there's just no way that we can catch up to him in time. Didn't have enough supplementary firepower to really kill anything. And sounds like our pseudo-frigates are decloaking, which I'm going to admit is pretty funny. And the big blast from their main plasma torpedoes getting in there, causing a nice amount of damage. Ooh, 15 apparently is causing huge damage. He did just lose his shuttle bay, which is very important in a plasma duel. He's also down to half missiles, and it looks like his plasma S torpedo is currently in the process of being repaired. So point defense phasers getting involved, and then we engage with everything else that we got. Unfortunately, we don't have much else to engage with. Able to use some of our stern firing weapons to lash out at him. And I think we're going to want to call our guys home against that starbase, because I'd be really concerned as to whether or not these guys will be intelligent or not engaging it. So more incoming plasma torpedo fire. They're just sort of zipping around at high speed around him. Wow, they're doing speed of 31. And just piling the damage on in. Continue our starboard hand turn here. And very shortly we'll have some phasers, but I don't think we're going to have the majority of our plasma available. Just the one. So single plasma torpedo out and target destroyed. Alrighty. So let's slow down and call everybody home because I don't want to lose them. They're very, very expensive. These ships cost an arm and a leg. They're like 245 right now, which is tremendous, especially on a Romulan budget. So we're currently targeting the asteroid base. We've got our forward shield reinforced to how much? 18 points, and that's with most of our plasma charged. Let's increase the speed of time and see how much damage we can actually take. Once all the systems are charged, we'll know exactly how much defense we have. And that S-type plasma torpedo is really taking its sweet time. Something I would hope it would hurry up with. So, soaring on in. Oh, we're still short one of you guys? Did you... He must have taken like a lot of damage. Hey, buddy. Leave the screen. Come back to this screen. Hi. Return. So, apparently he took just a huge hit of some sort, lost most of his power systems. So we're going to come back and pick him up because it's better if he's repaired than if he dies. Come on, get on board, little one. We need to go engage the enemy. There we go. Going back for that asteroid base. Little bit of a waste of time. I have been told that enveloping torpedoes will do a better job. So we'll give it a shot. I've no idea if they will, but hey, let's see what happens. It does take an additional set of power. Only the S-type plasma torpedoes will go enveloping. F-type plasma torpedoes are very, very basic. They basically just shoot. The other ones have multiple modes. So as long as we're waiting to actually come up against the station, we can sort of go through them. Offline, of course, the system's off. It's not taking any power. It's not doing anything. Normal, it fires as normal. S-type plasma torpedo do 30 damage. G's and F's will do 20. R's will do 50. The enveloping plasma torpedo will then fire and hit 360 degrees around a target, which would actually be pretty decent for taking out planets if we weren't already able to punching through their actual hulls. We could sort of use it like a PPD. The effect is described as sandpapering away their defenses. And then there is, of course, the defensive mode, which is sort of a shotgun mode. When you fire it, it shoots out multiple plasma F torpedoes, which will then go after small targets. It's useful for taking out fighters and the like. So our shields are still handling that. Okay, let's select 4. That's our plasma or S torpedoes. So we'll sit at a range of 15 and then see what they can do. All right, that's close enough. That's more than close enough. 2 plasma torpedoes away on enveloping mode. See how much damage it does. 56. That's only 4 down, and they did take a little bit of fire, so that's not bad. The F-type plasma torpedoes, we can't do that too, and I also don't think our F-type plasma torpedoes are in range. So fire the Fs. This has put us in a little bit more of a poorly defended position. Yeah, and they don't even get through, so we won't even bother waiting with them. We'll just continue to blast away with the S-type plasma torpedo. It does take 3 turns, which is somewhat annoying, but it's a very powerful weapon. Very powerful, very potent, and another 56 damage. So decent enough. If we could get a little bit closer, I might risk it, but it's a little too dangerous to try that yet. Until we start seeing some of his major weapon systems go offline, I'm not quite willing to commit to that. I'm just looking at how much our shields drop whenever he opens fire into him. Granted, only about half, but if he manages to get a really nice hit on us and suddenly we lose shields, we lose power, and oh, everybody's crying and there's a lot of dying. So steadily just smashing away. We've managed to bust through his armor, at least I assume we have, based on all the massive rents that have shown up in the side of this giant asteroid / mining base. And I would assume we've probably taken out a couple of his Phaser 3s, although apparently his Phaser 4s are still in perfect shape and blasting away. Not even caring in all. So S-type plasma torpedoes almost ready for another barrage. And fire. The problem with, I think, enveloping torpedoes do take more energy to charge. I thought that was the case. It's been a while since I've consulted the Big Book of Armaments, but at some point we may end up doing that. And again, sieging with Romulus just takes forever. Granted, we are dealing an absolute ton of damage. I mean, we're a carrier heavy cruiser. So our focus is not even the straight line frontline battle, it's to bring pseudo-frigates into a fight. And we're still dishing out 56 damage while sitting at a range of 16. I mean, that is nothing to sneeze at. That's dreadnought level firepower there for most other races, for this sort of range that we're working at. But still, it takes 3 turns in between every single shot. Not dealing as much damage as I would like, simply because, well, our plasma F torpedoes simply can't make that range. They're really kind of limited to a range of 10 and then they're done. So almost fully charged with another blast and barrages away. 2 more. Plasma S torpedoes. Come on, break something important. Show a big drop in effectiveness. Nope. Still not doing the job that we needed to do. Is that a probe? See how we're doing here? We've knocked out most of his phaser 3s. Yeah, that's the important thing to go after. Sadly, I don't think there's any way in this game that I've found in many years of playing to specifically target certain subsystems. Unless you're sending Marines over to, do the killing that way. It's all based on random dice rolls. 2 more plasma torpedoes. Hopefully something I can get on this. Just a little bit. That was multiple internals, and suddenly he dropped to half effectiveness. I'm assuming we've managed to hit something important. We're going to slowly increase our speed and sort of get up there. He fired 3 of those. I'm assuming he's lost 1 of them. And if we can get the rest of the plasma torpedoes involved in the bombardment, we can have a good time. Maybe not. Maybe not. Not quite willing to risk it yet, but if he started taking out parts of his Phaser 4, then other parts of that Phaser 4 are also going to be... Or that could happen. Okay. That was unanticipated. I did not expect him to suddenly go from half to full. Like, completely destroyed. And apparently neither did the game? Hello, game. We've destroyed it. Asteroid base destroyed. Increase the speed of time. Increase the speed of ship. I think something went wrong. I don't see anything else on the map. Game end, please? Doesn't look like it. Let's see what happens if we forfeit the mission. Closing session. Will we consider to have lost that? Apparently, yes. We should have just left the field. That's kind of disappointing. In a somewhat infuriating way. Let's not do a shipyard assault in our much smaller heavy cruiser. I don't want to be ambushed by the universe. Ooh, it's a little ship. It's a light cruiser. How light is this light cruiser? You are a NVS, USS something or other. So you are a new strike carrier. And you're supported by a war destroyer? I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure on this. This is technically the destroyer template. I mean, that would be an Akula class from above. But it might be a quad? I don't think so. Were you? No, it's a triplet. The quads, those are the big heavy war destroyers that we come to know and absolutely hate. Okay, third one ended up being freighter. I thought for a second I saw like a dreadnought or something, but nope, just a big old freighter trundling along. An FLDR, no idea, doesn't really matter. Let's see if we can't focus on you. If we can kill the strike carrier quickly, then we won't have to worry about, well, anything. So we'll get you guys out on Defend Me, so that all your systems are engaged and ready to rock. You have your own cloaking devices, so that's quite useful. I don't think we need to prep a anti-plasma torpedo, a Wow Weasel. For some reason, that name was escaping me. Because I'm fairly certain that you don't have any plasma. He has launched his fighters, and we are not buffing our forward shield, are we? Let's get that underway before we, lose the forward shield. Reinforce, and I'm surprised you're not... Nope, there they are, photon torpedoes, right on schedule. Knock down the forward shield back down to the to that level. Prepare to fire pseudoplasma torpedoes. Slow down a bit, because we're going to need it. We're going to need to still be charging while... Fire all the plasma torpedoes! And cloak. And hope that this worked. Incoming missiles. Okay, our systems are fully charged. Nope, stay under cloak, stay under cloak. We need to stay under cloak until, well, these die. And it looks like our pseudo-frigate's getting involved, dealing lots of damage. And he managed to, I think... Oh, no, that was one of our pseudo-frigates, because they're basically small frigates at this point. They have a lot of firepower. So as soon as you are no longer in a position to make me worry, I'm going to come out of cloak and ruin your day. Hi, we're here. Let's see what these arcs are. I think the plasma... Yep, the S-type plasma torpedoes will have a nice, big, massive arc. And he's got another Wild Weasel. Of course, right when we come online, he's got another Wild Weasel. Although I'm not seeing it. Huh, interesting. And there's no bonus for that. He just crash stopped for no apparent reason. Oh, he must have lost his shuttle bay in the middle of that crash stop. I think we just took a photon torpedo hit to the stern. I heard them firing off. Tractor defense engaged. yeah, our aft-port shield is completely down. Our stern shields are down to a red value. So yeah, he definitely was able to just gun those photon torpedoes into us. Luckily, our little guys, getting involved and destroying the MNR, who has decided to get involved in this fight. And we've mostly got this ship destroyed. I think, actually... Ooh, you're quite dangerous to my little guys. Probably should order you home shortly. Oh, it's nice to see that they get involved. They're really quite nice ships. Alright, we probably are going to want to get some repair work going on, because we haven't been on top of this. Okay, we've got the strike carrier down. I want to call my frigates home, make sure that we can get them patched up and repaired. So everybody return. We need fixing to happen. Everybody get on board. You and two. Come on. Get on board. You right now. Drop a mine. Okay, everybody got on board. Nice and safely. Excellent. So let's increase our speed. How's our charging going? Not horribly. Not wonderfully, but not horribly. If I focus on you, what do you got? You've got 2 missile launchers. Okay, that's not bad. We could cloak and let... apparently he is on a long course out of here. And you are also picking up the maximum speed. They are fleeing now that we've taken out that light cruiser, which honestly is not a bad plan. It's a fairly decent plan, actually. The first of our pseudo-frigates is being repaired. Let's see how much longer that's going to be. 2 are already done, and 2 more almost ready. So we've got number 3, and 4 will be shortly after that. Back into the docking bay. Wow, this freighter is really booking it. I'm quite impressed. Let's get these guys back out. Defend me. 2, 3, and 4. Let's hope they get their shields on in time before the MNR decides to get angry and heavy firepower with it. Send a plasma torpedo his way. See if he... Yep, he's going to wild weasel that. So that will thankfully cause our little guys to not waste their plasma torpedoes on him, which will allow them to hit him with everything they've got in the most efficient manner. Counterfire everything. Oh, that was beautiful. Absolutely lovely. Let's turn away slowly so that we can get our other plasma torpedo around, and that should wipe you out without too much more trouble. Check out, make sure that we are on top of repairs. We are. And the MNR, not having a good day. You're in range heading towards me, and, well, I want to sort of end your threat. Which, if you're like a normal freighter, that would have, but you're not. You're a little bit better defended. It's the return of the Sydney! Oh, goodness. Alright, the MNR is destroyed, thanks to our pseudo-frigates. And let's get involved with all our phaser weaponry. Let's make sure that this ghost stays buried. I love the fact that our pseudo-frigates can cloak. I mean, it's so lulzy. 4 plasma torpedoes can cloak, have mines. They're such a wonderful little thing. I know I'm not really convinced that they're going to be useful in the long run as sort of like anti-installation sort of weapons, but just for these sort of missions, yeah, they're great. We do, however, need to take forever to finish charging our weapon systems, because plasma torpedoes, lots of damage over a long period of time. Still waiting. Plasma F torpedoes are quite a long ways away, but we will have an S-type plasma torpedo ready to rock very shortly, and that should end you. So, die, please. Up, looks like our pseudo-frigates getting involved. Let's call them home, just in case. I don't want them to die. And that killed it. Everybody return home. There we go. So, properly executed patrol. We took a little bit of damage. We probably should go home to fix that, in all honesty. Because, well, we're not super fast anymore. 354 prestige. The tile is still not taken. Oh, that planet is being so stubborn. I think we may be able to get one more patrol out here. We can do a surprise reverse. We absolutely can do a surprise reverse. 3 pseudo-frigates is more than enough to get that mission, or 4 pseudo-frigates should be enough to get that mission done. Hit the red alert, increase speed. We need to get in there as fast as possible. Get all the way up to our maximum cruising speed of 16? Really? What is not operational on our vessel? Huh, I'm a little bit confused. Are we not fully efficient? No, we are. The repair board is clear. We are escorted today, of course, by the Deathwing, which is an interestingly equipped light cruiser. He does have 2 D-type plasma torpedoes, which is quite useful, especially given our target is the Marak. Frigate, and a heavy cruiser. guess who the first target's going to be. So we can continue to increase our speed, get in there as soon as we possibly can. We'll dump our pseudo-frigates shortly outside of range, have them start to really deal the chunking damage. I think it's going to take all our firepower and all the pseudo-frigate firepower to wipe out this heavy cruiser. We've been detected, but stealth was never the game. And, oh, these plasma torpedoes just look like they take so long to charge. I don't even think they're going to be ready by the time we make it there. Especially not with apparently one of our plasma torpedoes was uncharging. Alright, we're at range. Let's deploy the pseudo-frigates in attack mode. 1, 2, 3, 4. All up and select. Yeah, we're not going to have all our plasma torpedoes ready. That's kind of surprising. There we go. Plasma and more plasma. There we go. All the plasma we could muster. We had another plasma torpedo, but it didn't work. And now they are coming in with their waves of plasma fire. And hopefully that should be enough plasma to kill a heavy cruiser. It was not. You guys should have more plasma torpedoes. I know you do. And I've ordered you to go nuts and attack this guy. So do not save the firepower. Let him burn. Alright, to the next target. You, the crawler. Unfortunately, my S-type plasma torpedo will not be ready by the time we come around in front of you. Unless the timing works out absolutely perfectly, and it did. Wow, we actually got that one out just in time. So an S-type plasma torpedo hitting him, along with some light plasma torpedo fire. Let's continue to have our pseudo-frigates get to work, because they are very effective little killers. Oh, looks like they're all charging and sort of skulking along. So I think we can maybe take... No, we can't take the crawler. It's going to take us 3 turns to finish charging. How long until the Deathwing gets involved? Not super forever, although if it continues to slow down, it will be forever. So the crawler obviously being our next target, we're going to slow down. Let's come in here, reinforce the shields, 360 degree. We're not going to take any actual firepower on this mission, so just continue to blast away. Hi, we're going to sit here and just wait. That's the plan. It's not a great plan, but that's the plan. I don't see a reason why not to. Our weapons take forever to charge. There's going to be no real issue with accelerating up to speed to kill things. Although our F-type plasma torpedoes should be ready shortly. Hopefully your guys' are... Yep, almost ready. They'll be able to wipe out that little police frigate, the Guardian, without too much trouble. And let's fire let's fire all the plasma. The F's first. 2 good hits. Excellent. Target you next. You are in S-type plasma torpedo range. So we'll fire that now. Looks like the Deathwing has managed to get its heavy weapons in. Unfortunately, the missiles mostly got shot down, but a few of them did hit. Did 48 damage with that. Wow, so that's actually pretty good. He managed to hit with 4 missiles then, because the AI does not use heavy missiles, unfortunately. It's another one of those minor improvements if we could make to the game. It would make it so much better. Better fighters and better use of missiles, or at least more varied use of missiles. So our another S-type plasma torpedo will be ready. Let's launch that into his stern. More than close enough to be able to do a full damage. And they've taken out that one. Excellent work, people. For once, we're actually able to do a surprise reverse without the enemy turning on. Actually, no. Everybody continue to kill. Kill everything. Slow down. Slow down all the ship. And all weapons engaged. I'm not really concerned about taking damage from him exploding because we have reinforced shields. There we go. Surprise reversed is complete. Excellent work, everybody. Unfortunately, that missile looks like it's going to blow up our ship. Yeah, pseudo-frigates are very good in certain situations. Still not convinced they're a viable siege platform. 300 prestige, not bad. Planet still not taken. It is currently in an Empire defense of 26. Is this like Earth or something? I thought Earth was somewhere over here. Well, we'll just have to continue to bash our head into that until we finally manage to take it. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.